What up, everybody? This is Savage TV. I get asked a lot, like, the craziest tattoo story like, ever, right? This is Benji, this is my puppy, right? Got a belly, he just ate today, or he just got done eating. Tattoo story, a lie, I was tattooing. I had a shop in Northern California. And short story is that I had this client that came in, and she had a deposit, right? So she had a deposit, it was like $500. Hadn't seen her in a while, you know, so not a normal, you know, it's not the craziest thing. People leave like $500 or a few $100s, and then they're like, ghost, you know, I don't know what happens, right? So in this case, she shows back up months later, and she's like, hey, Savage, like, I'm so sorry, you know, like, I got went to jail. Oh, I had a bunch of shit went down. Do you remember my ex? And I'm like, no. You know, a bunch of shit went down, whatever. So, trailing her right behind her was her boyfriend, her current boyfriend, right? Dude comes in, and they're just kind of a little different or whatever. Come in, and she's like, hey, you know, like, I want to get this tattoo, but you know how, you know, I think, you know, getting names is like bad juju, and it's like, you don't want to jinx your relationship, so I wouldn't get a name or anything like that. I'm like, okay. At this time, I'm literally tattooing still, so I'm like tattooing. I got gloves, I'm gloved up or whatever. And she's like, but I wanted to see if you could tattoo this on me. So she goes and pulls her shirt down a little bit, and on her shirt, or you know, on her chest, she pulls down her shirt, and on her chest, she's got this, you know, outline of what looks like the fucking state of California. It's like this crazy like shape, like literally from the top of her shoulder all the way down here, right? And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is that, right? And she's like, dude, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but this is like my man's jizz. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, like we just had this idea after we got done having sex that like maybe I should just get his jizz tattoo, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? And then mind you, there's other people in the shop. So I'm like, how, what? She's like, oh, well, don't worry, like we disinfected it and we put it on my chest. We just cleaned it all up, so don't worry about it. And we just kind of like outlined it with a Sharpie. And I'm like, what the fuck? So long story short, she got a tattoo, man, because at that time I was like, man, I'm not giving her $500, and if it's fucking this fucking outline, and you know, so be it. So yeah, that was like one of the craziest stories that I ever had to encounter as far as like craziest shit that I've ever tattooed. So.